Okay, part 2 with supposedly new leader. Going to be maybe the new leader.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. And I gotta congratulate you on one thing. You kept your mouth shut on this Twittergate, Mike Murphy and Chris Gallant thing.
Well, thank you.
You didn't get involved in that. You just let them fight among themselves.
Well, I think that at the end of the day, Liberals, New Brunswickers, we don't want to be having those types of debates. They want to talk about policy, they want to talk about issues, talk about the future. So really, I'm too focused on other things to be bothered with that. Social
media, what do you think about that now?
I think it's a very powerful tool, as you would know, Charles, obviously you found a way to tap in to have a good
I got this interview.
Following. Yeah, absolutely. So you have a very good following, obviously. So you are an example of how powerful social media can be. I also think at times, though, we have some people that try a little too hard to push positions without actually asking questions. And what I mean by that is I think it's a very powerful tool if used right. But if we're just pushing positions that we've already have developed on our own, then it's not necessarily as productive as it could be.
You're gonna have your first campaign promise right here. Your first one, your first true one. I'm gonna ask you. I only had 2 premiers reply to their emails. Frank McKenna and David Howard. I could send a letter, an email to the premier, he'll reply. Frank McKenna used to do the same thing.
And it was them. It was themselves.
It was themselves. Oh yes.
I could tell. How could you tell? Yeah.
I could tell by the style, by the writing, because David Howard used to email him before he was premier, so I know his style. And Frank McKenna also. And Camille Thériault, Bernard Lord, Sean Graham, they never replied to the email. You happen to be premier. Would you reply to your emails, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll reply to my emails. I don't know what specific email account, but I don't know how that works. But I can guarantee you that I respond to my own emails now. So I would definitely try to make it.
You twit?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Do you twit, or is it your staff?
No, I do.
You do?
Well, actually, truth be told, there's 2 accounts. So there's one that we've made very clear is the campaign account. So that's the staff.
How many followers?
And then I'm not sure how much I have. If I were to guess right now on the spot, I'd say about 700.
No, that's good.
Yeah, so I tweet a little bit, but not excessively.
Facebook?
Or anything. I do have Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah.
You post?
Yeah. And we have a campaign account, which is one that you can kind of like, you know.
Okay.
And then you have my personal account. So yeah, and it's my personal account. No one else has the password that I know of, at least.
So where do you plan to run you if you win?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, and it's not really easy to answer because we don't know what the riding's going to look like.
Are you trying to tell me that you'll be standing in those steps right there and you can't go inside? So I'll be fortunate that if I'm not arrested, I could interview you every session? Laughing here.
Well, look, I definitely would like to get in the legislative assembly, but at the same time, there's no doubt that we have to wait to see what the ridings are going to look like. I'm from Shediac Bridge. I don't know if you knew that, Charles. So I'm from Shediac Bridge. Would love to run there. I don't know where Shediac Bridge will be in the next provincial election.
Qui est le MLS là?
C'est Claude Williams.
Claude Williams.
Oui, absolument.
Claude Williams, bon.
C'est un bon gars.
Bon gars.
Le problème, juste pour te laisser savoir, je veux dire, à la fin de la journée, Shediac Bridge pourrait se trouver dans notre circonscription, peut-être même celui à Victor. Alors, si Victor se présente à nouveau en 2014, moi je vais faire certain que Victor puisse se présenter. C'est un bon député, il n'y a pas de doute.
Ça va être intéressant. So, comment ça va aller là? Un membre, si t'es membre du parti, c'est une vote?
Yeah, c'est ça. So what's really interesting?
Yeah, let's do it in English. Sorry, I just got carried away. Exactement. Puis on parle de chiac.
Exactement. Je dis au monde, je parle 3 langues, l'anglais, le français, puis chiac.
Et puis chiac. How's it going to run for the convention?
Yeah, so one member, one vote. Basically, what's happening is that every member of the party, which is free, by the way, it's 14 and up, they get to vote for the next leader. What's really interesting is not only does the membership all get an equal voice, they all get to vote. They don't have to vote for delegates or any of that stuff that we did in the past. But another interesting thing that I think the party has done is every riding will be worth 100 points. So that forces all the leadership candidates and all the leadership camps to work in every riding. You can't just focus on a few and hope to get thousands and thousands of people out to vote for you, because each riding will be worth 100 points no matter how many people vote. So although everybody gets to vote directly for the leader that they like, at the same time each riding is still of equal value.
How long do you have? How long will your speech last?
You know? At the convention?
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this. I believe I heard that it might be 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
So if I were to guess, I think it would probably be 10 to 15 minutes.
Could it be?
Probably even shorter than this interview. And speaking of which, there's
I don't know. I'm almost done here.
So.
Listen, so the convention is when again?
October 27th. But you're allowed to vote the week before October 27th, either online, by telephone, or by mail-in ballot.
Bonne chance.
Merci beaucoup, Charles.
Merci beaucoup.
On s'en parle.
On s'en parle.